Indiana Fever are officially done with it. What happened to Caitlin Clark against the Connecticut Sun wasn't just a missed call. It wasn't a random oversight. It's a clear pattern.
Here is the problem. So many of these incidents are happening towards Indiana Fever players, particularly Caitlin Clark.
Instead of celebrating that the Fever just advanced to the Commissioner's Cup Finals, something that ongoing reckless treatment of Caitlin Clark on the court. In this case, the officials didn't just allow aggressive play. They took the first question about the officiating. You could sense it. This wasn't going to be a careful response. She was gearing up to land a verbal knockout.
Keelan, for this first, I know you and JC go way back to the Big Ten. What was going on with the chippiness there, and what explanation were you given for the tech that you got?
I'll take the official questions.
I go through the chaos on the court, the post-game firestorm, and the growing response from the sports world that's now raising red flags about the WNBA, because this might be the tipping point. First, hit that like button and drop some sunglasses in the comments, because honestly, Caitlin might need to wear goggles from now on. So this was and of course, JC Sheldon was right in the mix. The same player who knocked out both Sophie Cunningham and Sydney Colson earlier this season. Well, JC apparently wanted to complete the Fever injury hat trick.
Watch when Caitlin Clark is trying to create some space. It looked like she just got hit in the eye there.
Ooh, and Marina Mabrey. I missed that one, Edona.
Oh, I missed that one too.
JC went straight at the face of the league. And then, in the chaos, Marina Mabrey slammed into Caitlin and knocked her to the floor. Fans immediately thought of a nearly identical moment from last season.
This.
What they call it unnecessary. Kennedy Carter.
In blindside check. And let's be real. Anyone with working vision not blocked by JC Sheldon's claws saw this was the perfect time for the league to finally take action, to prove that their biggest star deserves basic on-court protection.
Welcome to WNBA Fight Night, or as some people are saying, WNBA Raw.
Things are getting absolutely crazy in the WNBA right now. And I mean crazy for a major reason.
We had basketball, we had fighting, we had blonde on blonde crime. Oh, such an epic.
This is far from business as usual. If you've been tuning in recently, it honestly feels like the entire league has made Caitlin Clark their target. She's the breakout rookie, lighting up the league, smashing records, packing arenas, and somehow she's also catching cheap shots, hard fouls, and an overwhelming amount of hate.
Guys, Caitlin Clark was just assaulted. Bad. This is the worst one ever, bro. She was literally poked in the eye, then pushed to the ground by Marina Mabrey.
Maybe that's exactly why she's being targeted, because when someone shines that bright, certain people can't take the glare. If you're riding with Caitlin, drop a got your back CC in the comments. Let's give her some love. Just when things seemed to calm down, they blew up again. Why? Because Marina Mabrey's actions last night were next level dirty. The matchup between Indiana and Connecticut was already tense, but Mabrey escalated it in a major way. Before I break down what happened next, go ahead and rewind the tape in your mind and pay attention.
Watch when Caitlin Clark is trying to create some space. It looked like she just got hit in the eye there.
Look at this. Caitlin Clark is bringing the ball up the court, eyes ahead, cool and focused. She's not talking trash, not flopping, just locked in and doing what she does best, high IQ basketball. Then, out of nowhere, Marina Mabrey dives in and swipes directly at Caitlin's face. This wasn't incidental. It was a deliberate, calculated poke to the eye, quick, aggressive, and clearly intentional. You can see Caitlin's head snap back, her hands flying to her face in pain. Before she can even get her footing again, boom, she's shoved to the hardwood like she's invisible. Pause. Take a good look at that.
That hurt.
She's down, holding her eye. And believe it or not, it still gets worse, because what happened next, that's what really set people off. The officials, whose job is to enforce the rules and protect players, blew the whistle and hit Caitlin Clark with a technical foul. Not Marina, not the one who shoved her, not the one who jammed her in the eye. Caitlin, we're watching the same video you are. You see her clearly in pain, struggling to get up. You see the eye jab, you see the physical contact, and somehow she's the one being punished. That right there is when fans across the country absolutely lost it. On social media, in the arenas, everywhere.
Nah. Enough's enough, bruh. Enough is enough, bruh. What is going on? WNBA, y'all need to get this under control. This is ridiculous. Marina Mabrey, you just put yourself in the Dejanay Carrington box. You dirty slime ball player, you come and blindside Caitlin Clark. Marina Mabrey assaulted and tried to fight Caitlin Clark today.
The Connecticut Sun just found out the hard way why going after Caitlin Clark and her squad is a very bad idea. After Marina Mabrey and JC Sheldon delivered what many are calling a full-on attack on the court, Clark and Sophie Cunningham responded, and they didn't just clap back. They turned the entire narrative upside down. This wasn't about revenge. This was about sending a message, loud and clear, to the entire WNBA. Do you think Caitlin and Sophie handled the bullies the right way? Let us know in the comments. Mabrey and Sheldon came in thinking they could shake Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever with dirty plays and intimidation. But instead of flinching, Clark and Cunningham delivered a masterclass in handling pressure, proving you can stand tall without ever throwing cheap shots back.
And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, is anybody on this team gonna stand up for Caitlin Clark? JC Sheldon grabbing Caitlin Clark all game, clawing at her. It's like tonight was a brawl, folks. Tonight was a brawl, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, is anybody on this team going to stand up for? And Sophie Cunningham.
I mean, JC Sheldon, like, I didn't think I would be coming up here talking about JC Sheldon, probably one of the most irrelevant WNBA players, like, just one of the dirtiest players I've ever seen. Like, I'm talking about from wire to wire, Caitlin Clark could not get away from her. And it's cool. It's one thing when you're being guarded by somebody who's a pest like Alexi Hall, a Sophie Cunningham, just the blue collar girls, like a defender, someone who gets in your jersey. It's a difference between that and a JC Sheldon. JC Sheldon is intentionally fouling people, intentionally being dirty. She's injured multiple people.
Even the commentators were stunned. They were calling for an ejection live on air, but the refs gave her a common foul for eye gouging in a professional game. This is the message that was sent loud and clear. You can target Caitlin Clark and walk away with a pat on the wrist, no consequences, no accountability.